Welcome everybody. Okay, so what we're going to be doing in this tutorial is we are going to be talking about setting up a new project, and we're going to be going over a lot of the main features here. Now, the reason why we're doing this is that I'm going to show you what an Android app is and how it kind of works. And along the way, I'm going to show you the functionality of all of the items within it. And this is important because when you're developing for mobile, and it doesn't matter whether it's Android or Windows Phone or iOS, you have a certain amount of tools that you can use to your disposal. And using those tools will give you the best amount of functionality. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go to File, New, and then we're going to go to Android Application Project. Okay? And we can call this whatever we want, but it's better to name it something other than, something like this. That just doesn't make any sense. You want to name it something, for example, we're going to call this test application. Now, you're probably wondering what all of this other extra information here is. You see that the project name here, and you also see that there's no space in between that. And the reason for that is actually fairly simple. Usually, when you have a space for anything computer related, it treats it as two different entities here. We have the package name, which is important for getting it into people's Android devices, and then we have our minimum SDK, target SDK, etc. Now we don't really need to take a look at any of these other options here. We're just going to simply click next. And we're going to simply click next again. And the cool part about this here is that if you upload your own icon, it will format it for you, which is something that's quite awesome here. So what we're going to actually do here is we're going to just put a blank activity. We're going to go push next. And you're probably thinking, well, this is just so many steps here. Well, let's go ahead and let's click finish here. And you'll see here that this test application will come up here, and for the most part, that's pretty much it. Now, there's two items that you see here. You see here that we have the main activity, and this is where all of our functionality is going to get put in here. And you'll also have this activity main, and here you can kind of see the layout of a Android application there. And that makes sense because this is the way it works, is that you kind of drag something in here and you design it the way you want to. Now, the other thing here is that you'll see at the bottom here there's a graphical layout and an activity main. Now, the activity main here is essentially the text version of this here. So if we go ahead and we were to delete this, this would go away here. So this is the graphical representation of the Android app, and this is the text adaptation of the app as well. So we can use both here. In fact, you can see here, and you'll see very shortly on how this all works, but you can actually use a bit of both if you want. I'll see you in the next tutorial.